Rob Fay, Steve Ewan from the Vancouver province.
Legendary Steve Ewan.
Legendary Rob Fay.
I think.
What can we expect from Nat Bailey this year? Why should people come out?
Because it's sunny, the grass is green, the beer is cold, and the food is hot. And there's a place for you to park.
Okay, we're done. No,
That's pretty much it.
what do we like about the club this year? What, from the guys you've seen, the draft picks are coming, Dallas McPherson, what are some of the positives?
Dallas is super structured. He could just as easily be a drill sergeant in the military.
Yes.
I mean, that makes me a little nervous. He is a Citadel guy.
guy.
So I expect to be 5 minutes early for everything. I expect to jump out to 5-0 leads early because he doesn't want to sit there and wait for something else to happen. But to be honest with you, I like the fact that we got a pretty good balance of players from last year's championship team that can infuse that excitement and energy to our current crop of 2018 players. I think anytime that you have a guy that's played for a championship team and he can kind of infuse that excitement and that history into the next generation, can't lose.
What's exciting for you about this year? You had an interesting spring training. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, of course I can. I mean, to do 5 Blue Jay games in an auditionary capacity, I don't even know if that's a word, probably why I didn't get the job.
That's
No, I think the reason is, it was so much all at once. Jerry Howarth retires. The next minute you're in Toronto, the next minute you're in Dunedin, the next minute you're doing baseball games. And it was a lot to absorb. And you know what? Ben is a fantastic broadcaster. Him and Mike are going to do a good job for years to come. Ben Wagner. And I look at it like this. If this is the second best prize, like if I get the Booby Prize and I get to come back to Vancouver and do Canadians baseball, I think I did just fine.
Will you be different? Will we see a different Rob Fay? Will we hear a different Rob Fay?
I think so, man. You know, the one thing that I will take from it is the professionalism down there. I mean, I'm very lucky that I have guys in Jake and Jeff and Andy that allow me as much rope as I want. They very rarely had to pull me in. And, just seeing everything that happened down there at spring training, the way that they do things, the support staff that they have, even to the branding on the radio. I mean, it sounds so good in the ear. Those are things we've already improved, and we can't wait to debut it.
You also got a chance to do a little bit for 1040, have your own show, TSN 1040. Yeah. What did that do for you? How has that changed Rob Fay as a broadcaster?
I think that was inspiring. I forget that 5 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and again on Friday, that's a lot. That's everybody says only work a couple hours a day. That's definitely not the case. But what I learned from that is that there is definitely a late night market. I mean, I remember when I started, everybody's like, dude, you're doing 10 to midnight? Who would ever want to do 10 to midnight? But then we would get to the station. This is true story. We would have people waiting on the phone, and I'd be like, oh, what are those for? They're like, they're waiting for your show to start. And I was just like, awesome. Actually? So it was really cool. So
Canadians fans.
I think so. Well, no, we talk about everything. I mean, It's cool to talk Canadians, but we branched out and talked from everything to UFC to the Canucks and whatever. And I think there is a late night market wherever that show ends up in September, what have you. There is definitely a demographic out there.
Last question: how many sellouts do we get at Nat Bailey this summer?
38.
There you go.
I'm calling them all.